This past summer, I set out on a journey to explore the wilds of Montana on my bicycle. I parked my car on a suburban street in the city of Missoula, loaded up my things, and took off on a 12-day solo bicycle touring adventure. It was a journey filled with awe-inspiring landscapes, challenging terrain, and unforgettable experiences. I discovered the beauty of Montana in a way that few ever will, and I emerged from my journey with a newfound sense of freedom and self-discovery. Join me as I take you on a cycling adventure through Montana's stunning landscapes, experience its rich culture and history, and show you the thrill of traveling by bike across this remarkable state. This is my story of determination, adventure, and freedom on two wheels. This is my story of my 600-mile bike tour across Montana. So I've gone 28 miles, something like that, and I just pulled over on the side of the road here to eat some food because I can feel myself bonking. I barely ate any breakfast this morning. I just was anxious to get going, so I have an avocado, bread, and granola. That's my lunch. Super fancy. These are just leftovers from my house that I had, and I just thought, okay, well, I'll make an avocado sandwich. Definitely not the best sandwich I've ever had, but definitely not the worst. I'm gonna make 2 of these, eat a whole avocado, and then continue on my way. So I'm 33 miles into my ride today, and I just reached the top of a mountain pass. So I have a small downhill now before continuing uphill. It never ends. Up, down, away we go. I've put my other jacket on. I brought 2 jackets on this trip. I bought like my real rain jacket, which is the jacket I had on earlier, and I brought this one, which is more of like a windbreaker than anything, and it looks like it could rain again, unfortunately. Alright, so I made it to the campground. Check this place out. So they have a covered picnic table for the rain. They have 2 bear boxes here to put your food in. There's a view of the lake down here. Look at that. Nice view of the lake all the way around. We're up on this little hill. This whole area is for hiker bikers. So there's like 8 camping pads for tents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are bike racks at almost every one of these camping spots. There's water up here. There's a fire pit with firewood, although it's wet. And what else? There's a grill. Oh, right here, look at it. There's electricity. Is this electricity? If that's electricity, oh my gosh, it's electricity. That's cool. And there's a bike workbench thing, so you can lift your bike up if you need to work on it while you're here in the hiker-biker campsite. This has got to be one of the best hiker-biker sites I have ever visited on any of my bike tours anywhere in the world. This is really cool. And it cost $8 for the night. Not too bad. The other thing that is nice about this campsite, which should be obvious, is I'm the only person here, and that's the way I like it. So I'm very, very happy with spending $8. When I rode my bicycle down the California coastline back in 2001, that was my very first bike tour at the age of 17. These hiker-biker sites in the state of California cost $1. And at the time, $1 seemed like a lot of money to me. And I was like trying to get out of paying that $1 fee. So now it's $8. Inflation has certainly driven the price up, but $8 is definitely more reasonable than like the full $25 or whatever the regular car campers are having to pay down the hill. Speaking of down the hill, there are bathrooms and showers down this hill as well. So it's just a short walk. And then you got everything you need. I'm going to set up my tent now and change into my warm clothes because it looks like it could rain here at any moment. It's still kind of sprinkling. And then I'm going to make some food. So camp is set up now. The sun's coming out and it feels like a totally different place than when I first arrived. I've got my electronics, my camera batteries plugged in over here, and my phone, trying to charge that up. Then I'm going to charge my bike lights after that because I had two rear bike lights on today, and I used them quite a bit because it was raining and dark. So, day one. Pretty good, actually. When I woke up this morning, I had a lot of anxiety. Like, I slept in my van last night. I drove up from Utah over the last 2 days, and then I met a guy here in Missoula who agreed to watch my van while I'm away on this bike tour. So I parked my van in front of his house and slept in my van overnight. And then this morning I woke up and had to prepare for the bike tour. And yeah, I was just, I wasn't feeling so good, honestly. And I usually don't feel good at the beginning of a lot of bike tours. The hardest part is just starting sometimes. You know, just getting out of bed, getting out of your house, getting on the bike, packing everything up, getting those final few items packed up is really hard. So once I started going, I think I felt a little bit better, even though it was pouring rain. And now that I'm out here, I feel like I can do it. So, yeah, things are going well. What isn't going well is before this bike tour began, I was playing in an adult soccer league, like a co-ed soccer league, just for fun. And a few weeks ago, I shifted my body weight really quickly while playing soccer, and I just collapsed to the ground, and my knee was just in so much pain. And I thought that I'd be over it in like 2 days or something, but weeks went by and I just wasn't getting any better. So I eventually went to a doctor. They x-rayed it. They found that it wasn't broken, but they basically told me that I probably tore the meniscus in my knee, which is the cartilage essentially. And so ever since then, I've still continued to play soccer, but I was playing goalie, so I was kind of just standing there most of the time. But yeah, I was doing better like 2 weeks ago, and then during the soccer game I moved again very suddenly and I tore it again. So I've torn the meniscus twice in my right knee. So my right knee at the moment is not in a good state, and I woke up this morning, it was in pain. I just continued cycling and it was okay once I got on the bike. There were a few moments going uphill where I thought, oh, this is not going to be good for my knee. But I finished the day pretty strong. But now that we're in this campsite and I'm like bending over to set up the tent and things like that, my knee is hurting again. Just walking hurts it way more than riding the bike. I don't know why. It's very strange. But this is going to be something that I have a feeling is going to be bothering me throughout this entire bike tour. And things just like walking to the bathroom here is very hard for me at the moment. So I don't know how I'm going to do this whole bike tour. I'm glad I'm able to bike on it at all. The other thing is my other knee, look at this one, is all cut up from, I have road rash or astroturf burns from soccer on there as well. So I was feeling this today, just this constant bending motion on my bike, and you can see it's kind of split open in a whole bunch of areas, but hopefully the bears aren't attracted to the smell of fresh blood. So I have 2 wounded knees on this bike tour. Not exactly the way you want to begin a bicycle touring adventure like this, but I'm out here and I'm going to make the best of it. So